Good morning and blessed be. I'm Casey, founder of the Goddess Coven, a somatic witch healer and fantasy author, artist, among other things. But today I want to talk about one of my identities that I don't always talk about, and that is being pansexual. And that's a newer term for me because I was using bisexual until a few years ago, because I came out as a millennial and at the age of, I want to say 13, it might have been 12, but I'm pretty sure it was 13. And that is just a part of my identity and self. And I think for me, today has been a hard, sad day, right? I think really it's been a hard week. This whole process started when my Facebook was hacked. And as many of you know, I had a good following for the Goddess Coven going on Facebook. And that was where I ran a lot of my ads and promotions. It's also where I run some of my other businesses and publish a lot of author content. So it was definitely a blow. And I was trying to figure out why, universe, are you doing this? You know, I think we all have felt that at times. We're like, okay, I don't understand. Please tell me, but I don't understand. And I was thinking to myself, am I spending too much time on social media, right? Is that the issue? And no, I mean, yes, I think many of us are, or have been for a long time, rather than relating authentically in community. But I also think now that this was a form of divine protection. Facebook is not the place that I want to be promoting and is not a company that I want to be supporting. Meta, I started to believe, I was like, okay, maybe there's a reason for this. Maybe Meta is going down. I've been saying that for a few days. And then today we get the announcement from Meta and Zuckerberg around some really anti-LGBTQ plus policies. Anti-women policies. You are now allowed to call women property on Meta platforms, no repercussions. You are now allowed to call people who are gay mentally ill, no repercussions. And you are allowed to make racist and hateful comments on Meta platforms. And I understand that they're citing free speech. But you know what? Free speech includes protecting the marginalized. And the community-centered model that we're moving into with the age of Aquarius does not make sense with what is happening on social media, right? I see Meta as turning into the next X, right? And I have decided I don't want to be a part of that, which is a hard decision when you run multiple businesses online. And there's not yet another social media platform that I've been able to find. There is no, as far as I can tell, and if there is one, please let me know in the comments. I would love to join. But as far as I can tell, there is no queer-owned, women-owned, BIPOC-owned social media company that is out there right now yet. And I believe it's coming, and I will be the first to sign up. And in the meantime, I'm trying to take this in stride as an opportunity to focus more on building one-on-one connections. So you'll be seeing more of my face, even though it's uncomfortable for me. And you will, if you're in the Boulder area, you'll be seeing more of me in person. The Goddess Coven, for those of you who don't know, is a spiritual community of witches, lightworkers, shamans, whose mission is to heal the earth through healing to the divine feminine within ourselves and in the earth, right? Through starting to honor the sacred feminine wisdom in ourselves and the Earth Mother. Our community is free. The only thing that costs any money are specialized deep dive goddess workshops. We have a couple different free workshops that are up there too, but otherwise joining our community is free. Our weekly Zoom teas are free. I would love to see you there. I would like to be starting up some in-person events in the Boulder area soon. So if you're around here, feel free to join. Shoot me an email through the Goddess Coven once you do. And yeah, we have a ritual practices library with healing the earth rituals for going outside, right? Yes, like trash pickups. Yes, like help declutter and cleanse the earth. But it's more than that. And the first step is to awaken. The first step is to awaken ourselves to the sacredness of the world that we live in, to awaken to the divine feminine ourselves, to awaken to it in the earth. And while our community is focused on the divine feminine, and so is inherently a little feminine centric, we are not feminine exclusive. All people, humans, are welcome to join us in our efforts. And I think we as a collective are moving somewhere beautiful. We just can't see it yet. So for all my queer baddies out there, don't give up. This is a growing pain that is taking us somewhere we just don't know yet. And I think sometimes that's the hardest part of being a spiritual being, of being a healer, is knowing, okay, like there's something here, there's a purpose, but not knowing what that is yet. So how do we trust? How do we trust in these moments? I think community is a great way to do that, which is why I created the Goddess Coven. And having a space where we have embodiment practice, we have a full embodiment practices little library. I think there's definitely over 20 practices on there that you can use to ground yourself, earth yourself. Like I said, I'm a healer in this life. I have a master's degree in that realm. And I also offer one-on-one spiritual and somatic guidance through the Goddess Coven as well. But really it's about you coming in, finding community, finding a supportive place, using the resources that we have up. We have a blog. We'd love for you to blog for us. There are ways to contribute. And we are so open to hearing your new ideas. We want the Goddess Coven to be a safe and inclusive community, though we are focused on finding and healing this divine feminine wound, because there's a really deep wound in all of us and in the world and in the earth. I think there is power in grieving with the earth that we don't always hold, right? I think often we ask the earth to hold our emotions, or we just try to hold them all ourselves, right? And they spill out. But can we hold our emotions with her? Because often they're the same, right? When we're grieving for the earth, she is grieving too. When we are joyous and celebrating her beauty, she is joyous and celebrating her beauty too. And I think there is something to that. So get curious, stay tuned. If you're feeling called, pop down, join us. Like I said, it's just totally free. So we would love to have you be a part of our community moving forward. And and with this whole meta thing, let's just see what happens. But for now, I have decided that I don't feel like it is aligned with the values that I hold as a human being, as a healer, as a light worker, as a witch, and not aligned with the values that I want to exist in the Goddess Coven. So I hope to see you around. Hit like, subscribe, follow. The link in our bio is there if you'd like to join us.